Hi, and welcome to Poolshed Games. My name is Jason, and I am the mercenary of the group. This is my friend.
Yes, I am Andrew, and I am the Lich Lord.
And we're here today to talk to you about our new YouTube channel and potential business prospects, Poolshed Games. I guess a little background is in order, and a little information on what the hell is it we are gonna be bringing you. I guess focus on what the hell we're going to be bringing you first, so you know what we're going to talk about. You can just go away now if you don't like it. We're gamers. And I don't mean video gamers. I mean tabletop, board game, role-playing, card games. We've been doing it for quite a while.
For a really long time.
Yes. I've been in the hobby since I was like 12 years old, maybe 11.
Yeah, I haven't been that long, but probably since I was like 15 or 16, you really kind of got me into the hobby of wargaming. But our history with gaming goes much farther back than that. I mean, we played video games when we were kids. We played Magic the Gathering for a really long time.
Yeah, Magic the Gathering, actually, we probably started playing that when we were 10, 11 years old.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember me, you, and my brother and my cousins playing Magic the Gathering. We were never really competitive. It was more just like, I want to get a 10-10 out and beat your face with a 10-10 creature. But, I mean, we played Magic for a little. We don't really play that much anymore, but we may have an occasional game on here.
But the reason behind this channel is we feel that the board gamer, the role player, the card gamer, we feel that you are somewhat underrepresented on YouTube.
Yes.
And we hope to bring to you board game reviews, card game reviews, even to an extent role-playing game reviews. In the summertime, hopefully we'll finish the office here. As you can see, it's a little rough behind us.
More of a shed than an office, but
we'll get the walls up and some cool decorations. But hopefully when that's done, we'll be able to bring you some footage of playing games. Just hopefully if you do enjoy watching.
And we'll hopefully be bringing some book reviews, movie reviews, mostly science fiction and fantasy, some horror.
Some post-apocalyptic. Post-apocalyptic is my favorite genre.
Yes.
Steampunk's pretty good. Maybe
steampunk is fun. Cyberpunk, a little bit of science fiction, all genres. Space opera, you got your cyberpunk, you got all the different genres within science fiction, and then you have all your different types of fantasy, high fantasy, you have Game of Thrones, Wheel of Time, Lord of the Rings, discussions on these types of things, and hopefully much more than that. Comics.
We're hoping at some point to do a writing lab kind of video series where the Lich Lord and myself will sit down and either you, the viewers, will give us a kind of random seed for a story, or we'll just pick a random genre and write a short story, probably 2 to 3 pages. We'll sit down, we'll review them, we'll edit them, kind of, and you can vote and see who you think has the best story. We're also hoping we're going to do beer reviews, because we're both legal age, and we like beer.
We really like beer.
Not only beer, but whiskey, rum, not so much vodka. Scotch.
Just for the information, does not necessarily be getting hammered. More or less testing things on their taste and their different qualities, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Maybe occasionally.
Getting hammered.
Getting drunk.
And then playing games.
And playing games, which is always good.
We'll just put this out there right now. We have no affiliation with any gaming companies. We'll be previewing and playing a bunch of different companies' games, but nowhere are we endorsed by anyone. Also, every video we do is a live take video. We don't edit these. There's no script. There's no staging. It is whatever happens, and you're seeing it raw. It's raw footage. I feel that's the best way. It should be candid. It should be fun.
Yes. Oh, and we should mention our friend who unfortunately cannot be here, Zach, who is
the ninja.
He is working in a land far away. Let's put it that way.
He is the ninja.
He's
and what
the ninja.
He does and
we
where
don't
he is.
know where he might be behind us.
He could be. He could be. He could be lurking in the rafters.
We don't wish he was behind us. We wish he was sitting next to us, but unfortunately he's not able to be here.
It might be better if he was behind us, because I don't know if we get all three of us into the frame.
Yeah, this is true. right around this area. Yeah.
Imagine a ghostly head just hovering here. I think a fair warning, kind of to get off here. Not get off, you sickos. you dirty birdies, you! That ties into the warning that I want to give you. We are crass. We are sarcastic. We're honest.
Yes.
We're gonna swear. I would probably say this channel will overall be a PG-13. At least we'll try to keep it PG-13 for everyone out there.
And honestly, that's good when it comes to your reviews. If you want to read a good book, we'll tell you what books are good, and we will give you good critical analysis. And if something sucks, we're going to tell you it sucks, and we're going to be pretty cruel when it comes to that.
I agree. And I'm going to just preface this right now. If you don't like the word fuck,
we will be saying fuck.
Probably shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
At times, we will make jokes that are not politically correct. We may talk about politics, because that is my discipline. We may make jokes about religion. It may happen, because religion is like a toy box for jokes. If you don't like it, this is your chance now to raise your hand and tell the conductor you'd like off the crazy train. Because after this, if you subscribe, it's just... That's kind of what we're doing here. Kind of the last reason we're here is over the next couple months, years, we plan on trying to bring some of our own games to the market. We want to kind of touch upon niches that at least I feel are underrepresented, such as horror gaming. And I think we're going to work on a role-playing game
of our own we can create
that will be more tailored to people that enjoy role-playing rather than hack and slash.
Yeah. We are both what you would call hobby writers. I mean, obviously we're not published or anything, but we both enjoy writing, and we both enjoy reading a lot. We both enjoy story-centered games. Games that can get you into a story, that make you feel like you're actually part of a story, part of a world that is going on that's imaginary. But I think that's lacking in a lot of gaming. Obviously, there are a lot of really great games out there that bring an interesting story into the game. Flux might be a bad example because, but at the same time, that's kind of that type of game. You can create things and you can do goofy things with your imagination.
Flux is a game you have to you make the story yourself. As you go. I mean, it is.
And even
like Herminius, and you know,
which hopefully we'll have a game similar to that on this channel at some point. Even with what's that?
I said we will. We'll be playing Flux at some point.
Even with like War Machine, you can get an interesting story going on. And we have some board games that
we have a lot of
interesting stories that can happen.
I guess we could kind of go into our background a little bit as gamers, because I'm sure you're all interested in that. You know, what gives us the right to talk about games? Well, as we stated, when we were younger, we both sort of started off playing Magic the Gathering. Magic and D&D were my introduction to the world of gaming, so to speak. I started with 3rd edition D&D and the Star Wars role-playing game from Wizards of the Coast. After that, I took a trip to Ohio. There was a store out there called Spellbinders. I don't know if it's still around or not. I kind of hope it is, because it was really cool. And there I found Warhammer 40k. And the Warhammer games were what got me into tabletop gaming. I've moved away from them since then. I've moved on to board games. Games like Infinity, War Machine. I picked up Dystopian Legions to try.
Hopefully we'll have some reviews of that game.
Yep, I will hopefully be doing a review of the minis at some point. I picked up the Federated States of America starter box. I know there's a few reviews going around, but hopefully I'll get one up for you guys. And I kind of moved away from card gaming, too. It's just too technical. There's not really a story to a card game.
Yeah, true.
Card-driven board games are a completely different animal, but like a collectible card game, there's really no story.
Yeah, I mean...
It sounds like you're reading an IKEA manual.
Yeah, and that's kind of one of the reasons we don't play much Magic anymore, is because the game... I don't want to say it lacks story, it's just that it seems to me like it's kind of turned into a game of numbers more so than a game of strategy. And please don't hate this Magic, people, but we still like Magic, don't get us wrong. We're just more into story-driven games, board games, tabletop games, more so than standalone card games.
There were some other YouTubers that I'm sure inspired us to make this channel and to try this endeavor, just like I'm sure they were inspired by other YouTubers and things of that nature. It's kind of the nature of the beast. You see something you like and you want to emulate it or try to make your own thing somewhat like that. I'm sure some of you will probably think, oh, hey, these guys are going to do board game reviews and they're going to play board games. That's a lot like tabletop. Kinda. Sorta.
And we like tabletop. Tabletop is an awesome channel. If you haven't checked it out, you should really check it out. They do some really good playthroughs.
Yeah. We're dropping names.
Yes.
Name dropping on the intro. That's the way you do it. Gonna just say that there'll probably be a multitude of playlists on this channel, because I'm a little anal retentive when it comes to organization, and
aren't we all?
Yeah. But I don't like when you have to just go to the videos section of a channel and try to browse through a butt ton of videos to find the one you want to watch. So my plan is to kind of put movie reviews into a playlist. Mm-hmm. Put book reviews into a playlist. The games we play will be in playlists. The game reviews we do will be in playlists. Kind of everything we do will have its own playlist. Kind of some of the off-the-wall things we're going to do is we're going to do beer reviews.
Yes.
Because, well, beer is good.
Beer's awesome.
Beer is the water of life. We'll also review some liquor, some harder alcohol.
Yep.
You'll probably notice that as we're doing our videos, we will kind of take a sip of our beer.
Yes.
Which this evening we are drinking Line and Kugel's Sunset Wheat.
Yes. Very good.
It's a nice, refreshing
Extremely
beer.
Good.
It's very summery.
This is a berry type of flavor too. It obviously doesn't have any fruit in it, but it's really good, kind of sweet, good beer.
Yeah. Summery, even though here in lovely Pennsylvania it's having like bipolar moments.
Well, it was just beginning, and now it's
like, look, I'm 50 degrees, and now I'm like 30 and raining. Hate your life.
Power outages and pain.
Yeah. Hate your life.
Yes.
Also, one of us, I don't know who it'll be, I don't know if it'll be myself, the Lich Lord or the Ninja, we will be bringing you a cooking segment, which will be cooking with beer. Every recipe that we feature will have something to do with beer. Beer will be in it, beer will be served with it, there will be beer.
There will be beer. I guess I'll give you some of my history. Similar to Jason, I also started playing games with Magic the Gathering. I was never very good at Magic the Gathering. Me, my brother, my cousin, and Jason played. And me and Jason, we always had fun. And me and my cousin, we always had fun. But my brother was insanely good. And unlike me, who was roughly 4 years younger than him, 3 or 4 years, I didn't have enough money to buy complete boxes at a time. So we would go to our local comic book store, and they had a tournament there. And my brother would crush me and everybody else there. And yeah, my goal was basically to get the biggest creature out as quickly as I could, which was cool until it got counterspelled and rage.
A little short-sighted.
Rage. A little short-sighted, but that's what Magic was all about. Godzilla. Eat 8.
I want my beast of burden. Give me my beast of burden.
Yeah, you got counterspells. Well, I got Leviathan 10/10.
Oh yeah, on summon.
Oh. 10/10 though.
On summon, man.
10,
goes
10.
back in your hand.
I was waiting till this point, and I lost it the next turn. But similar to Jason, also he got me into Warhammer Fantasy first. I built a orc army that was roughly 2,000 points. It was a decent army. Won some, lost more than I won, but that's all right. And then we both got into, I got into 40k also. We don't really play much more 40k or fantasy, just because it takes a long time. But anymore, we both play War Machine, as he already said. We play a lot of board games. Play Flux. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of the game Flux, but it's awesome. You should check it out. If you have not played it, check it out because it's pretty cheap. I think it's only like $10 for a deck of cards. And
$10 gets you a deck of cards, and if you're buying it on Amazon, a neat wooden box to keep them in.
Yes, it is just a fun game, and if you want just a quick game to play with your friends, you can be hammered drunk, and it's still fun. You can play it with your parents if you're into that. You can play it with your girlfriend. It's always a fun game. You can get into it no matter what state of
girlfriend. What are you talking about? This is a gamer nerdy channel. Don't you know we have a hard time approaching women? And women nerds have a hard time approaching men because, stereotyping.
What? Yeah, this is true. But that's pretty much me. And also, role-playing, of course. I've role-played. I think the first role-playing game was D20 Modern. I think the first game we played was D&D.
D&D, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was
Star Wars?
at Eric's. I think it was.
Or was it Star Wars?
When did Dustin do Star Wars?
Oh, he did it.
Because that was the first. Or
he never did Star Wars.
Did you do
He took the book from me, and he never did Star Wars.
Oh, it was either. I'm pretty sure it was D20. D20 Modern.
It might have been.
Or Future. But regardless. And we play Pathfinder. I don't know if any of you guys like Pathfinder.
Pathfinder is what D&D should be.
Yes. We played 3.5 for a long time, and when 4.0 came out, we kind of got
dropped it like the plague.
Yeah, we dropped it.
There, brutal honesty, dropped it like the plague.
Yeah.
D&D Next, which why? Why is it called Next? Are they appealing to the hipsters, the cool kids out there?
Pretty much.
All the cool kids play D&D.
Oh yeah.
Actually, all the cool kids do play D&D.
Yes.
But society doesn't know that. But I don't have high hopes for D&D Next.
Pathfinder's awesome though. Really, if you want a good role playing game, get Pathfinder. Fantasy, that is.
The Shadowrun.
Shadowrun's fun. Star Wars is fun.
Star Wars? I haven't played the new Fantasy Flight Star Wars yet.
I have not either. I have the Wizards.
It has weird dice. If you like weird dice, go for it.
That's another role-playing game that was pretty fun, was Warhammer Roleplay.
Warhammer? Yep. The new edition...
Not the latest edition, but the
edition before that. I think it was Green Ronin Publishing.
Yes.
That did that. That was good.
It's very good. Very interesting.
The new one, again, is from Fantasy Flight and has funky dice. Because Fantasy Flight games, as much as I love them, has weird dice. They do. They like their weird dice. It's what makes them unique, apparently. Some of the other things you might see on this channel: Infinity Battle Reports.
Yes, Infinity.
Once the Lich Lord gets his starter factions.
Starter factions, which hopefully will be this summer.
You will be seeing me playing Nomads and Aleph. You will see some War Machine / Hordes battle reports.
We should go over armies.
Yeah, sure, we can do that right now. Would you like to start, or would you like me to?
I am quick because I have Crix. I probably run an army that is not very conventional, but I like it. It's fun, and it actually wins quite a bit. I'm surprised. It wins quite a bit. But I basically run a lot of biomechanical necrotech, mechanothralls, things of that nature. Some biothralls. I run a Slayer. It's either I use Asphyxious Epic, which is a pretty good caster, and I sometimes use Skeletor, Venethrex. I use Venethrex, who's good against Horse, not so much against other War Machine armies. But that's my army.
What armies are you looking at for Infinity?
For Infinity, I am looking at Combine. I believe is what they're called, and
Alien Intelligence.
Yes, and also think the I forget what their name is.
Ariadna.
Ariadna. I think Ariadna is very cool. Kind of like got the Scottish thing going on. They got
French.
Yeah, the different aspects of. They just look cool. Let's put it that way. And yeah. And also for Dystopian Legions, I'm looking at the Prussians. Just because the Prussians are the Prussians.
So they have Teutonic Knights.
They have Teutonic Knights, and they have giant tanks and.
Yeah. Any other? No, there's really no other mini games we.
Uncharted Seas.
But we don't really have.
We have not played that in a long time.
Played it in a while, and we really don't have specific armies. It's just
we have pretty much.
We bought like every fleet possible and
everything but the Railguard.
Yeah.
We have everything but them.
I guess since the Lich Lord went over his armies, I can talk about what I play a little bit. With War Machine, I have Khador, Man of the North for the Empress. I started with Karchev because he's big and scary.
Karchev mean.
From there, I bought the starter set, which gave me Sorsha, who always leaves me down in the clutch. She does her best, and then she fails. Both versions of the Butcher, aka Captain Crazy, and
he is crazy.
And the Old Witch. I haven't had a chance to play her yet, but I'm planning to here soon. I have a fetish for Men of War. Everybody says they're horrible, but I really like them, and my army usually consists of at least 1 or 2 units. I also play Manoth. I really like the Exemplars, the kind of Knights Exemplar units. My casters at the moment are Krios, Epic Krios, and High Executioner Resnick. So yeah, I like the beat sticks of Manoth a little bit more than the weird template stuff. I've just ordered the Scorn faction book because I feel like I need a Hordes army, but I'm not sold on any of them yet. When it comes to Infinity, I picked up the Nomads because I like that we are the punky rebel outside the sphere faction, it's like, oh, well, we don't conform to you, so leave us alone. But if you want to make a deal, we'll sell you something. I also picked up Aleph because I wanted a second army, and it was between them and Haka Islam, and it just kind of happened that the War Store had the Aleph starter in stock and not Haka Islam, so that made my decision. And hey, I get to use guys like Achilles and Ajax from Greek Myrmidians. How cool is that?
By the way, check out the War Store. Great site to buy stuff from.
The War Store's great. I buy most of my gaming things there because I don't have a friendly local gaming store. If you have a friendly local gaming store,
go there. The experience alone is worth it. But if not, War Machine.
My last faction, the War Store.
War Store. My bad.
The last faction I have is I picked up the Federated States, as I mentioned earlier, for Dystopian Legions. You know what sold me on that faction? Dude has a steampunk crocodile. He does.
Yes,
there's a special character with a steampunk crocodile.
Yes.
Clocodile, I think it's called.
That's an awesome name. I don't know. I have not heard of this.
How could I say no? I mean,
you can't say no to it.
How could I say no? Those are my factions. We do have Dust Warfare / Tactics,
which is an awesome game.
Kind of expanding both those armies. The Axis and the Allies kind of expanding at the same time. Yeah. Really, that kind of is what our factions are, what we play currently. Yep. Mine is board games. And
we have a lot of board games. We would go through all the board games, but I think that probably be better to do just as we're playing.
As we're playing, and you guys don't want to hear everything we have here to play. like we said, there'll be hopefully some videos of us playing board games together and with some more friends. Playing. We might do some Drunk Flux because
it's
that you get the best stories when you play Drunk Flux. Yeah. Not Drug Flux.
No,
Drunk Flux.
We do not condone drug use,
even if it's medicinal.
Or do we? No.
Or do we? Battle reports. You will probably see some Infinity, some Dystopian Legions, some War Machine Hordes.
And as we said, we do stuff pretty much uncut.
Yeah.
So they're going to be long videos. If you like long content, then good. If
it's on the cuff.
We might do some editing when it comes to actual games.
Well, granted, playing a board game can take anywhere from like 1 to 2 hours, so we might put them up in blocks.
For example, we played Age of Conan.
Oh, God.
And it was probably 5 to 6 hours.
It was our first time playing.
It was our first time playing, so
there
going
was some
through the
teething
rules.
issues in the rules.
Yeah, but
the
a great
Carthaginians.
No, wait. Corinthians.
The Corinthians.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I tried to block it out of my memory, so...
Long story short...
The game won. It killed more of our troops than we killed of each other's.
But it's a great game. It's fun.
We will be bringing you a series for the board game Battle Cry.
Yes, awesome
which
game.
Is one of the better games from Wizards of the Coast that has to do with the Civil War. We will be starting, I believe, with the Battle of Bull Run?
Yes, first at Manassas. The Battle of Bull Run.
The first at Manassas, and we will play through the entire scenario pack for the book, which should take us from the beginning of the war to the end of the war. If that's your thing, that will be that will definitely be a playlist you can check out.
Another great game too. Quick to play, really fun. A lot more fun than we thought it was.
Pretty tactical. It was a lot more tactical than I thought it would be. Yes. We'll be bringing you some playthroughs of Dust. If we ever get the chance, we might bring you just some random sessions of D&D or something. Because it's always fun to watch people play role-playing games.
Oh, yeah. Stupid things happen.
Dumb things happen.
Stupid things happen.
But, seeing as this video has almost reached the half-hour mark, and statistics show most YouTube viewers don't watch a video for more than 19 minutes. Yeah, I'm talking to you, guy with ADD. Or girl with ADD.
There are girl gamers out there.
There are girl gamers out there. And guy gamers?
Awesome.
They're awesome.
They are.
You're probably going to notice watching this we don't fit into the stereotype of gamers. We do kind of.
A little bit.
We're sort of nerds, but not really. But we embrace that, and hopefully, if you all like this channel and the videos we bring and the content we offer, maybe we'll be able to give you like a little flag, a little nerd flag on the internet to rally behind and be like, this is me, this is what I do, and this is what I enjoy, and these guys get me, and they get what I do.
Yes.
If not, I'm sorry. We tried.
Sorry. This is our attempt.
We tried. We really did.
This is our one try, and hopefully it'll go well.
If it doesn't go well, we're going to ride this ride until it crashes and burns.
But as we said,
until the negative comments become higher than the positive comments, we're going to keep going. So if you like us, as long as there's a little bit of positive and you like us, we'll keep going. One quick thing before we go. We will hopefully also be bringing you convention footage.
Yes, hopefully. At some point.
Probably the closest convention that I can say we will probably be going to is the War Store weekend in October, which hopefully we'll be able to be down there. By then we'll have our kind of uniforms to bring you, and just some review of what's going on, what Neil and the guys at the War Store have to offer, what games are popular. We might hit Historicon and fall in. Hopefully we'll find some horror conventions, some anime conventions to go to, but you will be seeing Poolshed games at conventions.
Yes.
At least on the East Coast, because that's where we're stationed. The West
Comic-Con
Coast
would be difficult.
the West Coast is kind of far away. Unless you want to give us tickets.
Yeah.
Hey, tickets.
We'll go. You'll get road trip footage and everything.
Yeah, because
we're poor and we can't afford.
Yeah.
We can't afford plane tickets.
Handouts.
Yeah. Please.
Panhandling here. On that note, on that sad note, we're gonna go. Yes. Hope you all had a good time. Hope you enjoyed our introduction video.
I hope.
And I hope we will see you in the future.